Namo Amituofo Buddha. Hello everyone. So in this video I'd like to address to some comments I received about whether Amitabha Buddha is real or Amitabha Buddha is just mind only. So some people, they don't believe in Amitabha Buddha, or they say Amitabha Buddha is just the mind, it's a metaphor for the Buddha nature, and same for the Pure Land. Although on a principle level, all is created by the mind, and Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land are also not away from our Buddha nature, and they are also emptiness in nature. But this is not to deny phenomena. This is not to say Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land do not exist in actuality. So emptiness is not nothingness. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is the form. So emptiness simply means things as they are, but it is not an annihilation. It does not mean that there is no phenomena. So the world we live in is also emptiness in nature, but we see all these different phenomena here in the world. So to say that Amitabha Buddha is just mind only, Amitabha Buddha doesn't exist, it's a bit like saying Shakyamuni Buddha is just mind only, Shakyamuni Buddha doesn't exist, or Guan Yin is just mind only, Guan Yin doesn't exist. So this is really ignorant and not understanding the right Dharma, and this is not the teaching of the Buddha. If Amitabha Buddha doesn't exist, then why did Shakyamuni Buddha bother to talk about Amitabha Buddha's past life as Bodhisattva Dhammakara, who practiced for countless eons and who made the great 48 vows and created the Pure Land? Why did Shakyamuni Buddha bother make up all these great, wondrous, detailed depictions about the Pure Land in all the Pure Land sutras we have seen? Had Shakyamuni Buddha really got nothing else to do that, he just gave up all his wealth and strong and then to become a monk to make up stories to lie to us. This is ridiculous and not possible, right? And what are the motives? Usually people who want to deceive others is because of money, wealth, or fame. But Shakyamuni Buddha had all of this and gave up all of this. So know that Shakyamuni Buddha would not lie to us. Enlightened beings would not lie to us. So what the Buddha said in the sutras are entirely correct. And for people who said Amitabha Buddha doesn't exist or Amitabha Buddha is mind only are likely to be people who have not read the sutras, and this includes some Buddhists. So we have to be very careful with our speech. If you have not even read the Pure Land Sutras, and if you don't understand this Dharma and you make statements like this, it's like you are slandering the right Dharma, and this bears extremely serious karmic consequences. Why is that? If for any reason any people believe in what you said, it's like you cut off their chance for realizing Buddhahood through this Dharma gate. If initially they were gonna believe in Amitabha Buddha and practice Nyingpo and seek rebirth to the Pure Land, if for whatever reason statements like this influence their belief or to make them disbelieve, then you actually had to bear the karmic consequences of that. All our thoughts, words, or actions generate karma. The karmic consequences for slandering the right Dharma is in the abyss hell, the worst possible hell realm, unless one became repentant and seek rebirth to the Pure Land. And I'm not joking, and I'm not trying to scare anyone here. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go and read chapter 4 of the Siddhigarbha Sutra on karmic retribution. Go and read chapter 5 on different kinds of hells. And also for people who don't believe in Amitabha Buddha, that it doesn't matter how you recite the name. If you don't believe in the first place, you will not be able to seek rebirth. If you want to seek rebirth to the Pure Land, the first criteria is deep faith. Deep faith vow are the first criteria that will guarantee us to obtain rebirth to the Pure Land. Without believing, you will not be able to go to the Pure Land. And if Amitabha Buddha doesn't exist, then what happened to all these people who recite the name and saw Amitabha Buddha before the time of their death and sought rebirth to the Pure Land? So where did they go? And if Amitabha Buddha did not exist, who were the Buddhas that they saw that they could describe clearly to others? And also not just in meditations, but they could see clearly when they were conscious, when they recite the name and then they sought rebirth to the Pure Land. This Dharma gate has been practiced for over 1,600 years in China. There have been countless countless of eyewitnesses of Amitabha Buddha and people who sought rebirth successfully to the Pure Land. So we had to be very, very careful with our words and speeches. Do not make statements like this lightly and then think you will not bear any karmic consequences. This really carries serious karma. And sometimes I delete comments from my channel not because I'm affected by them. Actually, I'm not bothered by anything, but I don't want these people to bear really negative karmic consequences. And if they influence other people for not believing in this Dharma, then they not only cut off their own chance for realizing Buddhahood in this lifetime through the Dharma gate, they also cut off the chance of other people for believing in this Dharma and to realize Buddhahood. So we had to be careful with what we say. And this is definitely real. If you think our illusional world is real, then Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land are more real than anything. Why our world is largely illusions? Because all the conditioned phenomena in this world are generated by the unenlightened mind, the mind that have not realized the truth of life, and thus the conditioned phenomena are impermanent. They don't last forever. Whereas in the Pure Land, it's created through the perfect enlightened mind of Amitabha Buddha and also Amitabha Buddha's great vows. So the phenomena there are real. It's more real, much more real than the world here. The Pure Land is not an illusion. And Nianfo Amitabha recitation is really the only Dharma gate that during Dharma decline age can help us exit the cycle of reincarnation without first realizing enlightenment. One can seek rebirth to the Pure Land without first realizing enlightenment. One only needs deep faith, vow, and practice, but deep faith is the most important, deep faith and vow. With deep faith and vow, one can seek rebirth to the Pure Land. So it's very important that we know what we are talking about. If we have doubts, that's fine. You keep it quiet to yourself. You go and do your study. You go and do your research. So know that Amitabha Buddha is real. It's more real than anything. Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land exist objectively as they are clearly described by Shakyamuni Buddha in the sutras. As a lot of people had already seen Amitabha Buddha, lots of eyewitnesses of Amitabha Buddha, and lots of successful rebirth accounts. To say anything otherwise is not the right teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha, and it's equivalent to slander the right Dharma, which bears extremely serious karmic consequences. So Amitabha Buddha lives in the Western Pure Land, but also has countless incarnations in our world and other worlds to help deliver sentient beings to the Pure Land. And this is the same for Guan Yin and Bodhisattva Mahasammaprapta. So all of them had different incarnations and they can appear in whatever forms in accordance to the people's minds. And they are in fact actually everywhere in all things and all beings, because the Dharmakaya of all the Buddhas are all the same and they are everywhere. And people may like, well, I don't see them, where are they? So because you don't believe in them, because you do not connect with them. So if you don't believe, then you will not be able to connect with the Buddha, then you will not see the Buddha. If you believe in the Buddha, you have deep faith in the Buddha, then you will be able to see Amitabha Buddha. In fact, Amitabha Buddha is indeed everywhere in all things and all beings. The Dharmakaya of all Buddhas are in everywhere in all things and all beings. So I hope this video clarified the points and any doubts in the Pure Land and Amitabha Buddha. So may all beings obtain rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Western Pure Land and to liberate from all sufferings in life. Namo Amituofo Buddha. Namo Amituofo.